Hey, how you doing, guys? ZDEyE here. So I did not expect to see this so early, might as well say, because we actually got an official look to the PlayStation 5's controller. And what you're seeing right here in front of you, this is it. And to be honest with you, I'm quite shocked to see such a substantial change from the DualShock 4, the PlayStation 4's controller. And now there's plenty of new information regarding it. It's on the PlayStation blog. It's official. At first, when I saw this image, I thought it was just, more of a April's Fools, and just, well, I knew it wasn't exactly. It's not the 1st of April, but still, at first I was like thinking, wait, this must be fake or something. Maybe some kind of fan art or something like that somebody decided to do. But no, this actually makes me think, how in the world would the PlayStation 5 console itself will look? Now that is extremely interesting. This looks so much cooler than I anticipated. It looks so much like a futuristic kind of a car race, something like PlayStation has their own trademark, right? I shouldn't say trademark. They usually say their words like beyond, right? Something that they want to make their console go into the future and very futuristic style as well. More of maybe a minimalist to a futuristic. That's what they kind of aim for. And this does the job, and it looks bloody fantastic. I'm actually very shocked to see how great this looks. I don't know about you guys, maybe some of you do not like it, but I like it. Anyway, I did not read this article yet. I'm definitely gonna read it right now in front of you as well. Listen in, and if you want to, or you can read it with me as well. We've reached an exciting milestone with the PlayStation 5 as we've started to ship our new controller in its final design to the developers, who are implementing its unique features into their games. But first, we wanted everyone in the PlayStation community to get a first look at the DualSense wireless controller. Interesting. And I hear our vision for how the new controller will captivate more of your senses as you interact with the virtual worlds in the PlayStation 5 games. The features of a DualSense, along with the PlayStation 5's Tempest 3D audio tech, will deliver a new feeling of the immersion to the players. When the PlayStation 4 launched in 2013, the DualShock 4 wireless controller garnered a lot of the positive feedback from the gamers and developers for being the best PlayStation controller yet, and for introducing forward-looking features like the share button. This brought us to the next question: how do we build upon that success? After thoughtful consideration, we decided to keep much of that gamers love about the DualShock 4 intact, while also adding new functionality and refining the design. Based on our discussions with the developers, we concluded that the sense of the touch within the gameplay, much like the audio, hasn't been a big focus for many games. We had a great opportunity with the PS5 to innovate by offering game creators the ability to explore how they can heighten that feeling of immersion through our new controller. This is why we adopted haptic feedback, which adds a variety of powerful sensations you'll feel when you play, such as the slow grittiness of the driving car through the mud. We also incorporated adaptive triggers into the L2 and R2 buttons of the DualSense, so you can truly feel the tension of your actions, like when drawing a bow to shoot an arrow. This provides us with the exciting challenge to design a new controller that builds off of the current generation, while taking into account the new features we were adding. For example, with the adaptive triggers, we had to consider how the components would fit into the hardware without giving a bulky feeling. Our design team worked closely with our hardware engineers to place the triggers and the actuators, so hopefully I'm not butchering the name. The designers were then able to draw the lines of how the exterior of the controller would look and feel, with the challenge of making the controller feel smaller than it really looks. In the end, we changed the angle of the hand triggers and also made some subtle updates to the grip. We also took thoughtful consideration into ways to maintain a strong battery life for the DualSense rechargeable battery, and to lessen the weight of the controller as much as possible as the new features were added. For the buttons, you'll notice there is no longer a share button as we had with the DualShock 4. Don't worry, it's not going away. In fact, we built upon the success of the industry-first share button to bring you a new creative button feature. With Creative, we once again pioneering new ways for players to create epic gameplay content to share with the world, or just to enjoy for themselves. We'll have more details on this feature as we get closer to the launch. DualSense also adds a built-in microphone array, I assume, which will enable players to easily chat with friends without a headset. Ideal for jumping into the quick conversations, but of course, if you're planning to chat for a long period, it's good to have that headset handy. Now let's talk about the colors. Traditionally, our base controllers have a single color. As you can see, we went a different direction this time around and decided on two-tone design. Additionally, we changed the position on of the light bar that will give an extra pop. On the DualShock 4, it sat on the top of the controller. Now it sits at each side of the touchpad, giving it a slightly larger look and feel. In all, we went through the several concept and hundreds of mock-ups over the last few years before we settled on this final design. DualSense has been tested by a wide range of gamers with a variety of hand sizes in order for us to achieve the comfort level we wanted with a great ergonomics. Our goal with the DualSense is to give gamers the feeling of being transported into the game world as soon as they open the box. We want gamers to feel like the controller is an extension of themselves when they're playing, so much so that they forget that they're even in their hands. And that this is, yes, it's coming from Jim Ryan, the president and CEO, Sony Interactive Entertainment, as he says, "We are thrilled about sharing the final look of the DualSense controller with our fans, and we can't wait for everyone to get their hands on it." I'd like to close with a message from Jim Ryan anyway. DualSense marks a radical departure from our previous controller offerings and captures just how strongly we feel about making a generational leap with the PS5. The new controller, along with the many innovative features in the PS5, will be transformative for the gamers, continuing our mission at the PlayStation to push the boundaries of play now in the future. To the PlayStation community, I truly want to thank you for sharing this exciting journey with us as we head towards PS5's launch in holiday 2020. We look forward to sharing more information about the PS5, including the console design in the coming months. Awesome. Now, this is all for the blog that they have shared here. We, like already have shown you at the very beginning, I'm going to show you to you again, how itself, the controller, all around it, how it looks. Now, in further inspection, I'm actually looking at the same image as you guys as well. It seems almost identical. I'm actually looking at my PlayStation 4 controller, so just to make it a little bit of a comparison. Maybe I could actually show you that comparison as well in this video. Actually, it seems a little bit more bulkier anyway. And to be honest, because I'm a tall guy, if you guys did not know, I'm 6'4". Yes, I don't know if that's correct wording, because I know in centimeters, 194 centimeters. That's my height. So I'm tall, right? And I'm a big fella. And anyway, basically, my hands are big, right? Because I'm tall and stuff like that. But the PlayStation 4 controller was just right, but not in the accurate sense, because my thumbs was still kind of going over the sticks. Basically, it was not exactly the comfort size for me. And I would like to have a bit bigger controller, personally, at least for me. But yes, we have to understand that not everybody is tall. And so maybe there are smaller people that want to get their hands on the controller, and it may be too big for them. I kind of doubt it, since the PlayStation knows what they're doing regarding the controller, and like they have mentioned that they have been checking this very thoroughly, just to be sure everything is perfectly up to the size of all the people out there. I assume even children, of course. Now, I love the way that they went with the 3 colors this time. White, I wouldn't say that is black, I would say it's more closer to the gray, but also blue. So the signature color will still be blue for the PlayStation, because there was some assumptions that the signature color for the PlayStation 5 will be different, perhaps even black color. But no, it may be in fact be blue color. Now again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the commentary, I cannot wait to see how this PlayStation 5 will look. Now, we have to consider, right, because the PlayStation 4, it looks sort of similar to the PlayStation controller, the PlayStation 4 controller, right? So how would we actually assume from the PlayStation 5's controller to the PlayStation 5 console itself? Now, I personally cannot wait to see how this will look, because I feel like it's going to have similarities to this, because again, it's going to have white, it's going to have blue, it's going to have that kind of dark gray, kind of black also. Also, Yes, I'm still looking through here. I'm just trying to see any changes and whatnot. Seems like that the share button is a lot more kind of a well placed, if that makes sense, basically, because the share button, if you do pay attention on your PlayStation 4 controller, it seems like it's been kind of crushed into the side that it's not supposed to be even there. So goes for the option button, I believe. So yes, share and the options button, yes. But also if you do take a look at the PlayStation logo, yes, it's still there, but it's a lot more grayed out. It's not white instead. I assume because there's some gap between the PlayStation logo and the controller itself, so yes, I think it will light up as well. Oh, I've just noticed while looking at this even more in detail. If you do pay attention to the microphone, well, it's actually a speaker, and you see there's a white light bar some sort. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means that when you have your since there is a mute button, right, you can clearly see right underneath the PlayStation button, right, itself. I assume maybe that light bar shines when you press the mute button, or maybe when you don't. So you will actually know when it's, when it's mute, when you're not mute, and so yeah. This is actually a very nice approach. I really like it. Okay, now I'm trying to look at the side as well. Hopefully I can yes, I can see much clearer my part as well. But yes, I can see that as well. They actually have went a little bit, no, they didn't. So yes, they're going to be going with the different L1, R2. This seemed like a similar controller, but it seemed like they're going to be a lot more comfortable sitting in your fingers. Like, that's actually a big bonus in my opinion. Oh yes, I just noticed that also the triangles, square, circle, and the X are actually, they're gray now. So they don't actually have that, the signature colors again for the, like a circle being like a pink, what was it? No, red color, I believe, so orange. Triangle was like green, square was like pink, and the X was like blue color as well. And so they actually designed it to be more grayed out. And yes, again, the share button and the option button, they completely removed the option and like the naming itself, but instead they decided to go with like more of a logo design to it. And yeah, this is pretty amazing. I really like what I see. Oh, noticing as well that the thumbs in themselves are a lot more sturdier, if that's the correct wording, more rougher at the edges. If you take a look there, it means that the thumbsticks are not going to be breaking apart as they were for the PlayStation 4, the vanilla PlayStation 4 controller. Because those thumbs, they were very bad. The rubber I'm talking about. But this time around, they don't really seem to be rubberish. But if they are, I assume they might be hard rubber. Okay, I don't believe I see anything else that would be worth noticing, or I shouldn't say worth noticing, but worth talking about. But yes, everything seems like everything is going to be shining out. Oh, I would not be surprised if we turn on the console, the PlayStation controller, and like, except those blue bars and is the only thing that will shine, because I'm noticing that, of course, the controllers are already on, and you can see the blue light bar. And also perhaps some kind of white bar like I already touched on. So perhaps maybe the PlayStation logo controller will not shine out. Either way, I'm good with this. I love the design. White, sort of dark gray, and light bar blue. I like it. I like it. I cannot wait to see how the console looks. This is a big step in the correct direction in my personal opinion. Very futuristic as well. And so far by the design look and the comfort, I think it surpasses the Xbox Series X controller. Because if you guys know, right, Xbox Series X controller isn't exactly in a similar caliber as this, because what Microsoft decided to go was pretty much a similar design concept as they had for the Xbox One. But now, comparing to this to the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 controllers, it's a big step, and I personally think in the correct direction. I love what I see, and I hope it's going to be very comfortable too. And yeah, I cannot wait. Alright, well then, that's all I got for today. I will leave down links below in the description for this blog if you wish to read it for yourself again, or at least maybe take a look at the pictures for yourself as well. And alright, well, this is very exciting. I was not expecting this news to come up right now, but yeah, anyway. Alright, I'll see you guys all. Have a good one.